Between New Zealand and India, I do think India is going to win. I think New Zealand is a very strong team, but Team India is just like, they're looking more like a team, bro. They have solid, their tank lineup, their tank is a great player. Their supports, that like, they're always playing as a team. I love it.
Do you think Par is
the
going to
automatic braking system?
How many calories? It has
yeah,
it's every time you tap your brake pedal, your brakes break immediately.
Exactly.
15 grams of protein or something?
Pretty standard setup here. Color Hex.
I have to look at everything else.
Utilize the height advantage as India kind of cowering in this smaller room, confined space. Captain Crash gets picked up around the side and really nice wrap around, finding Abs. A Cash taking a lot of heat as well. Color Hex able to pick him up with the bombs. Very nice open from New Zealand. Super clean.
Wait, New Zealand is actually kind of popping right now, but wait a minute.
Back to this team quite fast.
A decent punish from Iron Man, but now going to start seeing some changes come through. Would be surprised to see the Tracer on top of the fact that Akash has already gone towards the Winston.
It's $40 for a 12-pack?
Probably get rid of the Moira as well, and you start to look towards a proper dive composition.
I might have to get that, man.
Got wrapped around very quickly, as mentioned. Color Hex had the high ground, played the off angle to perfection. Hacked out, but it's okay.
Yo, what happened to the sound? Yo!
Time for
Okay.
now. J-Cap pretty comfortably holding down the fort. Iron Man is kind of feathering on it, making sure that New Zealand have to keep boots on the point lest they get it stolen out from under them. So kind of forcing the issue. Pummy a little bit low, has to back out around the side, find a health pack, and the continued harassment here between Iron Man and Pummy. They're not quite making the headway they want. Hack onto J-Cap. No one really there to follow it up, but Color Hex goes down. Pummy finally finds his mark. And that was quite close to a duplicate as well. Pulse bomb from Par going wide. Could have been a good recovery tool for New Zealand, but at this point, J-Cut getting forced away. May well get D-Max here, going back into the thick of it, feeling himself with the nano boost at his back. Nearly has a self-destruct. That'll make a lot of space on the point, but the point could actually go the way of India. Color Hex is back in the mix now, though, so the fight just kind of continues.
And no long-range healing to keep Color Hex alive, and that ends up being what caused New Zealand to lose the point. They kept tries to hold on. Now comes the EMP. It's only the catch or defend, but it is a kill. August.
Bro, what's up? What's up? Yo.
Yeah,
What's up with the quality, Overwatch?
Because that first little bit, they'd sort of got the kill on Color Hex, they got enough positioning, they were able to get the point, but they hadn't really closed the door on the fight. So getting that follow-up there is really important. That'll maybe help them even up this percentage as well.
All lessons up next as well. A little bit of hiding here coming from Abs as... See if that means they want to do a very deep dive. Akash already onto Primal as well, so they can certainly afford to play super aggressively here. Straight on top of Color Hex and J-Cap.
Abs having a wrap around, find his tank, keep everybody topped off. Ooh, Iron Man picked up by Color Hex. Bit of a tough beat there for India. New Zealand now have a lot of...
The audio is further in the battle pass than Ugandan. I already completed the battle pass in like a week or two.
But Captain Crash, I think he backed up into that hitbox. A little unfortunate, unforced error. Color Hex duplicating the Moira. Not sure if that was on purpose. Hasn't quite got himself a coalescence either, unfortunately. A Cash low as to back out despite the Primal Rage running. And now the extra damage coming out from Color Hex back in the regular Echo form. Still haven't quite got the point cap. It's a real protracted one as J-Cap actually gets its D-Mech, goes down. India managed to reset. They've got a sound barrier at their back. And New Zealand's a little bit up the creek without a paddle now in terms of ultimates. They have a nano boost, but Par is fully fleeing from Iron Man. Will not survive it. 90% now. Fight-to-fight territory. India hold on throughout the whole thing.
Ooh. It's a 5v4 for New Zealand as well, but now they're just losing everybody. This is going wayward very quickly for New Zealand. EMP to finish things off. Hex barely holding on to life, and it's only J-Cap remaining now with the self-destruct, which he'll have to use, but I'm afraid it probably won't be enough.
It's just to try and create some space on the point. Has to go, trade his own life for it, unfortunately, and bit of an unmitigated disaster there for New Zealand. Color Hex finding the one kill with J-Cap coming back in meant there was an outside chance of them holding on, but with him going down shortly thereafter, they're just too lean at any given time at the point. Color Hex going in for a duplicate. Ooh, Abs off the well, in the drink. Finn does go down, still trades his own life away. August down as well, so no supports. Color Hex not quite getting that EMP. J-Cap back in on a Doomfist. They're just struggling to keep any members on this point, not picking up the kills for it in India.
I'm gonna be honest with you. New Zealand looked very, very strong in the beginning, but they kind of fell off throughout the match.
Never let go of the point again, and that was even.
And you know what's really good? What's really good is that Team India, as soon as they lost that first fight, some of the people switched characters to make their
not really fully committing, just a little bit of harassment damage. They have to eventually back out. They even lose Captain Price to a bit of a sideways pulse run from Pa on top of like the pillar. Beyond that 4v5, they come through big time. I mean, Coalescence forced out the duplicate from Colin Hex, and at the end of the day, 4v5 India somehow winning that fight versus New Zealand, who couldn't quite collect any kills. I think they lost a lot of damage output once Colin Hex went over towards the Moira. So India will to continue now moving forward. Slow start.
Team India is actually looking like a really fucking strong team.
It's a really good opener.
Look at this. Look at this. They're all waiting too. They're not showing each other. That's crazy. What are they gonna do here?
Trying to hide their composition.
They're waiting. They're waiting for the point to unlock.
You know something sneaky is happening, and once you confirm the composition, everyone TP's on the point. And now New Zealand have to sort of play on the outskirts a little. That gets harder once Fire's down.
That's just a clean headshot from Iron Man with the right click. The icicle's there and now locked out of the point. Colhex not able to get a whole lot of damage in, trying to sort of nick around the sides. Not finding much. Teleported down again. India, the rotation works out for them, getting Iron Man low but not able to finish him off, and having a bit of a hard time approaching this point. You don't want to get too up close and personal. They keep putting that side teleporter.
Is this a rewatch? These are games.
Away. You need to see all
shit.
Here.
I got a cookie.
Few ways you can buy yourself into the point outside of ultimates.
These are the games that were on Sunday night at like 1 to 4 a.m.
To Akash, copy the Ryan would be able to play. There's the fire we've been looking for.
Yeah, Immortality Field immediately gets deployed, and Color Hex in going in, trying to follow up on it. Finds himself just pummeled with damage. They've got all those Symmetra turrets set up on the interior now. Another nice fire nade, but it's right as J-Cup's having to back out as well. August might just get run down here if he's not careful. Able to retreat back to his Diva. Just not making any headway.
I was going to go over towards the Ash, and honestly, this is... You're not going to have a lot of angles to shoot inwards. You need to sort of pressure off angles. It's one of the few ways you can get yourself onto the point. Time is slowly running out here as well.
I can't.
Nano to J-Cap, and I think Color Hex again needs
Any? Appreciate the massive prime sub, my friend.
At least onto the May. Yeah. Force their way into the point.
Oh shit, I forgot to do something today, chat. Fuck.
Shield down, a self-destruct will create some space, and there it is. They're going to try and use that one. Pummy is out in the middle of it. Protects himself with the light wall, though. Beautifully timed, and now
oh, the Reinhardt almost went off the map.
Really dusting close to the edge there, but it's going to be just fine.
The fact that India is in NA right now playing this on like 190 MS, yeah, that's crazy. I forgot. Yeah, you're true. You're true. They did say they were playing. Oh, that's a big mail by Color Hex. I forgot they are playing in Vancouver, but they're West Coast. It's like 3 hours. 3 hours back. So if this starts at 1 a.m. EST, it's like, what, 10 p.m. for them?
Incredibly well, 96%. They'll just throw away all these ultimates now because, well, there's no point replaying the composition. It'd be much harder to play outside of the neutral. They just got themselves a free 96. New Zealand was so slow to respond. They had no idea how to buy themselves into the point. And India only have to win one fight.
Not a comfortable position for New Zealand to be in, having to go in for the res on Color Hex. Abs does go down, though. That keeps it interesting. New Zealand still in for a chance here. Only the Valkyrie and the Bob used for this particular one. Not a lot of pickups, but at least getting a Akash and Captain Crash makes it a little bit less painful.
Thank you for the assistance.
Right, so a little bit more movement for New Zealand. This is where Pa needs to think about the Tracer again. You need something else that can
no, I think they
really
said...
affect the point and
oh, no, I don't know what they said, actually.
Mark them. India can wait for
I think it was Team Turkey.
Being the big one, the time to play through. Again, they have lead.
Shit.
Abs a little on the low side, but is otherwise fine. Color Hex planning around this point. That's a DMAC on J-Cap, forced to use the self-destruct and isn't quite able to use it on the point. Still finds Pummy with it though. A little bit of an error, unfortunate for Pummy. And then collects up Akash and Abs. Now Iron Man dropping.
Oh man, this looks like a really good fucking match, man. New Zealand is coming back with a vengeance. 70% to 96. The next fight is going to be the last fight. August has Nano, Color Hex has his copy. India has EMP, and they almost have Beat though, and Winston. I think India is probably gonna win this. I'm gonna be honest with you. Just looking at the ults.
Curious to see where Pummy pops at.
Yeah, probably with the ults. I think India wins.
Yourself. Nanoboost goes on to Colorhex and he hasn't found anything with it just yet. Go ahead and duplicates a Lucio. Immediately bumped out of it. A cash super
Nah, I think that Lucio copy was bad too, but I think he did it to survive.
Out also super low. India get the cap, and now New Zealand have to keep boots on it as the overtime wick burns down. They have yet to fight.
Yeah, they don't have any ults, but India has 2 ults now still.
Coalescence, and you're seeing Finn just having a duck and weave around the point, balancing all that damage. Primary bumps August off. Coalescence does.
You know what's going to be really scary?
It all falls apart for New Zealand to India. A little bit.
You know what's going to be really scary?
This one, 97 to 99, but still very much in command.
India on fucking land. That's going to be a scary fucking thing. They're doing really well for a team that's on high ping and everything.
So a straight up mirror. That's going to be really telling between these two teams.
That's probably good for New Zealand because I was a little concerned maybe that they would end up on the wrong side of a Widowmaker duel. Notably that Matrix isn't playing today, so Iron Man's staying in.
Cash was a real kind of jewel in the crown as well across Ilios, so as you mentioned, JCap getting to play his Sigma, we'll be happy to see that.
Been watching your TikToks and randomly stumbled myself here. Gonna be completely honest with you. Don't watch TikTok. Stay in Twitch. Or go to YouTube. It goes YouTube, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok. TikTok is awful.
That mirror matchup as well.
But welcome to the stream.
This has to be a matchup that JCap can be able to win because otherwise there's not a lot of matchups left. JCap is on what I would consider to probably be his best hero. He's down to Iron Man, so that is a poor start.
Unfortunate. That's not the start they need. August taking an accretion there as well. We'll be able to get out alive, but they were already having to seed some.
I don't even follow you on TikTok, but every time you upload, you're on my For Your page. Follow, bro, follow! What are you doing?
They lost all the corners now. We're onto the straight. And for New Zealand, it's going to be pretty bad news. JCap is too slow. They won't be able to touch for this at all. No contest whatsoever. Yeah, one death. Yeah. What's the point?
I mean, and it's one of those things, if it had been just about anyone else, you can still kind of keep the pressure out and keep playing the duel, maybe find a pick, but without the
I'm a sub, I don't need to follow. I can witness you live, bro. Follow!
On that first point, so real unfortunate beat there for New Zealand. They've got a long defense ahead of them now, 5 minutes on the clock for India.
Yeah, man,
follow the Twitter, follow the Instagram.
Looking over towards support ultimates. August does lead, and I'll speak to the fact that New Zealand has taken a bit more damage. Pummy is in the line of fire. Has to be saved by a lamp.
Yeah,
even then, not good enough.
Nope, Storm Arrow will comfortably get rid of both the Immortality Field and Pummy, and Colorhex feeling himself as well, finding Iron Man.
Hey, yo, massive W to you. I've been overseas due to the military, and your streams have been definitely awesome. Hey, I appreciate it, and I appreciate you, my friend.
It's a nice find, at least for India on the back end.
And Fangs, how you doing, my friend? I appreciate massive 400 bits. I am doing fantastic today. How about yourself?
Mistake from India. Allow New Zealand to be able to capitalize, reset India a little bit, because otherwise I think India were on a roll. Starting to head over towards ultimates. Good momentum up the hill. New Zealand have equalized.
Also, if you're new to Twitch, you should download a plugin called 7TV and BTTV. It gives you more access to emotes, so you don't just see people typing. That's a big flux. The white dragon looks fucking cool as well.
Dispatch of no trades here, no counters for New Zealand. Obviously, losing August means no window to be deployed. They find Pummy. That's a really important pickup. Takes a lot of pressure off. Andy was coming close to an overclock. What else can New Zealand find? They lose Finn. Akash able to thread through, get right up in the grill, and throw down just a quick melee for it. Transcendence forward from Abs to keep momentum on India's side. Trade back and fight Iron Man and Abs. Tar started to come into his own now with that overclock.
You know,
Cash now as well. They will find it. Good contest.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Sojourn is so fucking annoying to play against. I hope she never becomes meta. I see a lot of Overwatch World Cup teams play her, but like I hope she's not. Fangs, appreciate massive 300 bits, my friend. 3,000 fucking bits, absolutely crazy.
Shoots out double damage rails to allow New Zealand to complete the defense at least for now, at least for that fight entirely on the defense. And India, they were again in a decent position. They rolled themselves on top of Finn, got that kill down. Had the initial flux, the 3-man flux from Akash, which was really nice to see. 3 minutes left now of what I believe was a 5 or so minute time bank, so 2 out of those minutes gone.
Which is a good start, but still a lot of time on the clock. 3 minutes would be plenty enough to cap B in its entirety. So there's still a lot of work to be done for New Zealand, and now very lean on ultimates. India getting aggressive with the overclock from Pummy. Just laying those rail shots down the long range. Akash a little on the low side here. Dragon Strike across from Iron Man splits up the team. Immortality Field there to keep JCap and Colorhex safe. Colorhex still low. Same with JCap. Nearly has a Flux though. Looking to be using that soon. That's Immortality Field used already for Captain Prash. That could present an opportunity for JCap. It's not going to be there for them.
Oh,
And
poor
there we go.
Bap,
Able to
bro.
catch
Captain.
Prash, drops him down. That's a
The
kill.
captain's
Now it's
down,
upon
chat. The
Akash.
captain's
New
down.
Zealand
Going with the.
continuing
He's
the
going down with the
defense,
ship.
surviving those ultimates from India and
Ooh,
timing out their
Fangs with
ability
the
usage
massive
really, really well.
20 gifted subs. Absolutely massive W, chat. To steal first place of the week. Absolutely crazy, my friend. I appreciate it. There we go. I appreciate it, my friend. Massive W.
Waiting for ultimate, it really was the Gravitic Flux. I mean, if it wasn't for that, things were looking pretty poor for New Zealand, but good catch results in a kill. India reset.
What's up, Skizzles?
Is becoming a real fact now. New Zealand have found their bastion of defense, and B so far has gone well. Taylor is very pushed up though, so New Zealand can't afford any mistakes here.
Yeah, and well, so far they have not made any in the course of this B defense.
Fangs, I appreciate another gifted sub, my friend.
Maybe that's not quite fair to say, but certainly they've continued to hold true. And here
Oh,
we
that's
go.
a big flux. That's a big
There we go.
flux.
They'll land down in the Immortality Field, gets quickly
Oh.
taken out. August down, Abs low, but not finished off.
Akash.
Colorhex is well now dead. Not able to find the proactivity as Akash is getting right up in everyone's faces, forcing them to address him, and they just can't.
Yeah, that's a
He's
good
got too
tank
much
right there,
health
just
at his
going
back
in,
feet.
dude. Good supports to keep him alive as well. Dusty, I appreciate him as a prime. Welcome to the stream, my friend.
Is back soon, but nope, Iron Man's got JCap dash forward to find Finn, and I had to say there was a beat there where if they'd found Abs,
Who do you think has the best chance to win the World Cup?
But just weren't able to finish him off, and they were so
South Korea.
focused on him. Akash had free reign through the fight.
They have a whole championship level team. Everyone on South Korea has won a championship in Overwatch.
But also the Tracer there for Pumming for a little while.
So their team's amazing.
Diving directly into the back line of Team New Zealand. Sowing a bit of havoc there. August tried to pull through on the window. They got handily countered by Akash. The Flux was already back on 63%, by the way. And now Iron Man's going to stay on this Genji, play through the blade. We'll see if that ends up being any effective at all. He's still not in an amazing spot on this current patch.
No major defensive tools for New Zealand, though, so if Iron Man can pick up one and get out with his life, that will be a reasonable start. The cart starting to draw dangerously close to the cap. A minute and a half, it's going to easily go either way, and with Pathfinding out Pummy, it's a slowdown that New Zealand sorely need on this defense.
We'll also fly through now.
Oh, there it is. Iron Man tried to go in for it.
Oh, he gets it. They got the flux on him still.
One goes down immediately.
Oh
Meanwhile,
my
the rest of
God.
India has just been
Oh, that
smacked.
sucks, dude.
I think Iron Man might look for a change here, so play through the life, go for the blade.
He's not going off the Genji either. Wow, he just used Blade and he stayed. I thought he would either go Somber or something, get a fast like ult and an EMP or some shit.
Sojourn together is like difficult for India, I think, to deal with, especially given the amount of
I would switch the BAP, like take BAP off, and they're mirror matching the supports. But I would take the BAP off for India. I don't know what their strats are, but take him off and go switch to Ana. You got Nano Blades. But the one bad thing is New Zealand is running the Transcendence, so even if you Nano Blade, you can kill through it with Nano Blade, but you have to be like really fucking accurate.
They can, and there's really big news. They need to not overextend for it though. Akash low pressure.
Fangs, my dude, again. I appreciate the massive 1,000 bits. You are literally carrying the stream today.
Getting aggressive, maybe too aggressive, and now the shoe's on the other foot. Colorhex is a little bit out in the open. Akash pressuring forward. Colorhex.
He should have ran away with his tank. To be honest with you, should have ran away with his tank.
One DPS down. Abs going aggressive with the Transcendence. August not rescued by Finn.
They're down 2 and they commit the Transcendence to it.
Needs to find a lot. Only finds one. Trades his own life. Finn down as well as Iron Man getting aggressive.
Chat, what are your
thoughts?
thoughts?
Available. Overtime begins. New Zealand have the spawns coming out soon, but JCap is about to be back in.
They lost 2 people and then they Transcendence.
What can he find with it? Oh, sorry, I lied. That's a Dragon Strike, and nothing is found. Dragon Blade not there just yet, just keeping New Zealand trapped in the base. Finn super low, not even able to come out and contest the card. And I think that's going to just about seal it for India. And that was a little bit odd for New Zealand. They should have been able to finish off a cash. They ended up not, and the whole thing unravels from there.
I mean, you have to commit in that situation. You're
No,
already 5
bro,
versus 3,
you
by the way.
don't
If you
don't
wanna look at it
use
through
the
that lens,
Transcendence
it's an
there.
extended
You
5v3
lost
that
your
New Zealand
Hanzo,
lose
and I think
because
they
failed
lost
to
their
clean up the
BAP
last
or
3
some
members. It
shit. You
shouldn't
have
be
3
that
people
difficult.
alive. Just
Realistically,
reset.
Akash
Take the
already
next
half HP.
fight. Don't
He's under
use
a lot of duress.
Transcendence. You're gonna.
In a pretty
They
poor
got a
situation
kill,
as well,
but they
bad positioning.
lost.
And New Zealand just couldn't get the damage, and because they didn't kill Akash, they end up being overcommitted. They wouldn't have been overcommitted if they had secured the kill, or if they just let Akash go. But the high value play is to get the 2 picks they initially did, then clean up the rest of 3. And getting the tank would have been the minimum there, but failing to do that means multiple players are really far ahead as the Team India respawns to rejoin the team, and then suddenly New Zealand starts falling apart because their players are kind of all over the place, which would have been fine again if they managed to get the kill and end up just getting snowballed. A couple of times that New Zealand have lost in the areas of this map were due to snowballs. That was looking like a very clean defense on C up until that final moment.
And it's a little bit unfortunate because if you look back across how that whole map worked out, essentially non-existent defense on A. They took 1 loss on JCap at the worst possible time and had to completely abandon the A point. Had a great defense across B, burned down the clock, really recovered from what happened on A, set themselves up nicely for a good C defense, and almost did everything they needed to. They fell short of the mark just in that last little bit. Now they have to cap all the way out and then win in a time bank situation if they want to keep their series hopes alive here. And I dare say their tournament hopes alive.
Are you still with Corsair now?
Oh.
Pickup does get Iron Man.
But I still use Corsair products, like their headset. I fucking love their headset. You was using a Corsair keyboard, but I accidentally opened up the Sprite and it went all over my keyboard and it was too sticky, so I just threw it away. I'm using a HyperX keyboard right now.
Yeah.
I think India are going to struggle for subsequent fights because all this.
Jay, are you ever going to hit top 500?
Yeah,
no, man.
Tough situation for
Especially, I know that you just followed my stream just to talk shit about me. Yeah.
Obviously,
no, man.
that they get something quite as quick as
see how long you last in my stream.
To see, trying to send Orion back behind the team, but that just leaves half the team high and dry. Akash ends up having to charge to get back with everyone. Trying to deal with some of those structures. The ice wall going up. Iron Man taking another big hit there. Able to go cold and survive. But no more immortality field here, though. So Ab's ducking for cover. India just taking a huge amount of pressure. But crucially, New Zealand's not actually getting kills. Look at the clock.
Jay, aren't you top 50?
I
think so. I don't know. I'm just letting this dumbass say whatever he wants.
Finally, that's the important kill, and now the rest of the dice for
the one thing you have to know about as a streamer is that a lot of people will say dumb shit to be like so that you can read their message. They want to be, you know, they want to have attention.
Losing Finn there, not ideal, but respawn's still close enough. Looks like India might still retain the composition. I mean, they're probably just too heavily bought in now, given that they have ultimates coming online. A little bit of sunk cost fallacy there. Again, just not playing the correct comp for the defense. They took a massive gamble. I think that gamble is starting to go sideways for them.
What happened to the street? No!
Certainly not paying off. And all right, light wall getting deployed well in advance of the point. Here we go. You're trying to play through a cash in too early, goes down already. And not to the ability you'd usually expect, but hey, there it is. They've already dealt with the immortality field, just pressuring India back the ice wall to try and slow JCap around the side. They're still comfortable fighting through that narrower sight line. Pick off Iron Man, teleport play, not sure what Pummy was looking for with that one. Certainly distracted New Zealand a little. That's a 2-man sound barrier.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm not liking the Sojourn. I guess you have to rely on her rail, but her spread is actually really big now. Like, you see how much she was spraying and he wasn't getting a hit?
So credit where it's due for India, but that was a protracted loss, and it let New Zealand charge up on that ultimates. They didn't have to use anything that entire exchange.
And now India will finally make
thank God. Yep, I knew that wasn't going to last long.
They were always going to have to make the swap. The question was going to be when. They sacked the entire 8-point forward, and it's a little bit weird situation because if you remember the opening engagement, it was Iron Man that went down, and well, with 4 players alive, you're not really making the swap then because too many players are still up. You need a full reset. By the time they found that full reset, they were committed on ultimates.
Dragon Strike straight out. It forces Akash and Captain Prash out in the open.
I got flamed on the ladder for using Sojourn, but meanwhile in the World Cup.
New Zealand has taken a lot of ground.
Bro, I'm pretty sure people on the ladder flame for anything, man.
Range here is off. Iron Man on the Genji is going to be good for C, but on B, going to struggle at least a little bit. Last turn to play the ultimates.
Very nice immortality field, keeping everyone alive as Iron Man was getting aggressive. Means he can't get those dash resets. And there we go, par with the overclock on an absolute tear. Very comfortable find there, and that should be a cap out for New Zealand. They've got a good, healthy...
Why is Sim played more in World Cup than in Top 500? I see Sim being played a lot in Top 500, mostly used to teleport their team, and some maps is cheese. But I'm gonna be honest with you, the biggest difference between Comp and Top 500, no, sorry, not Comp and the World Cup is that these are teams who scrim together, have strats, have plans, they practice together. Comp, you have a bunch of fucking dumb fucks running around in a circle, and then when you use your mic, they fucking flame you or they leave voice chat, and then you play the whole game quietly. But then when you lose the game at the end because no one wants to communicate, they rejoin voice just to flame you. It's literally what Comp is.
Currently experiencing the consequences of their actions. And bit of free push around the side going into the
fucking
dash.
play by Iron Man. Wait a minute.
Still managed to find it on a quick melee, and they found part through the rest of the fight. Iron Man does trade his life. They found Finn as well. There we go. That'll stop New Zealand short. India, despite the one loss in the middle there of Iron Man, they get enough work done. JCap takes dive off the side. He knows that this one's done for.
How much longer are you planning on streaming for? Until I finish all these games. I think I have...
But they need to be able to consider committing to either the
I have 4 more games, so probably like 4 more hours? 5 more hours?
Going close, fighting for a little bit of control and pull, or focusing on the point itself, and the window out. And Jacob not ulting, that means New Zealand just want to exit, but Colorhex already used dash.
Holy shit, dude. Look at the ult economy, chat. Look at the ult economy. I don't know if you guys ever look at the top of the screen, but New Zealand has 3 ults. India has 4 fucking ults. They just used one.
Where he doesn't necessarily have the supports in sight lines. He doesn't have the tank still with him. There just seems a slight bit of disconnects here and there. Now getting aggressive here is Iron Man with the blade. Immediately cuts down JCap. Traded out. That's an opportunity.
I guess they got a trade on the tank. That's a big pick. They don't have their tank.
Popping some windows out now is August. Abs has a transcendence running. August goes down. Pummy with that overclock, just pummeling these members. Felhex going down, not able to pick up one on the back line with Abs. New Zealand, they at least, again, have retained a number of ultimates, but they're not actually...
I swear we watched this game already? No, we did not.
Now they're gonna get spawn camp here, so
we didn't watch Sunday's night games. We watched Saturday's games, but Saturday mornings games, but not Sunday mornings. I have it all marked. Don't worry. I have what I watched and what I haven't watched.
They've managed to turn the tide just a smidge by finding Abs, and now Colorhex.
Oh, Colorhex! Look at Par too.
An overclock to make it happen. But they didn't have to use anything. Well, sorry, I say anything else. They did use the Transcendence.
Damn, India used every single fucking ult, and now New Zealand is running away with 2 ults, which are really good. The Blade, because India doesn't have Transcendence, and the Flux. They're going to have to pop off. If they don't pop off, they have to cap. If they don't cap, this is actually really bad. I think this is like their best chance.
Have recovered their situation. They were at risk of being spawn camped.
They're threatening a cap, and they've got the ultimates to back it up. This Flux is going to be so important. It's been about 3 fights in a row where he's not actually used it, gone down too early, or the team's just not been in a position to commit. Goes for
he got 2, he has 2, he has 2, he has 2! Oh, kill him, dude! Oh, no. Colorhex should have used his blade. I'm gonna be honest with you, try to finish off those kills. As soon as you get those kills, it's last fight, you win.
Picked off. Colorhex looking for an angle on the blade. Has found himself Iron Man. Doesn't want to let himself get too low, though. Still looking for entry around the side. Probably going to be an overtime fight at this point. No ultimates on the board for India. They're a ways away from even a Transcendence, and Colorhex reckons he's found his opportunity. No, Iron Man turns it around. Has the Zenyatta at his back. Colorhex did not want to pull out the blade just for that one. And now 1 man down, 20 seconds on the clock. New Zealand, can they find anything?
You can't really afford to reset. It's the worst time to die, and so because they have to pull back, do or die now, and it was already pretty...
No, bro. New Zealand's throwing, dude. Now they have 2 ults. Like, this is the problem. You should have... As soon as he used Flux, he should have bladed to get the kills. If they were ult tracking, they should know that they used all their ults last fight. Like, why aren't you... Come on, man. They had no Transcendence. They had no ults. And now, since you waited so long, they're going to have it for the next fight, which is the last team fight.
Window angle. This is it now. Touch payload, blade in. Colhex still looking for Alpha angle, but he's just got to be in a duel again versus Iron Man.
Yep, now he has Transcendence. Yeah, that's a GG's. And they have Flux, and they're almost at Blade.
Now, so New Zealand, the one stroke
And they're almost at, yeah, New Zealand actually threw that.
Means no Blade again. Finn.
Wait, Finn is popping off. Wait, Blade! Oh, he doesn't have Blade because Finn got the Zenyatta, which had Transcendence, but Color X is dead, so they have no Blade!
Transcendence from Finn, so critical.
Wait! They're still doing it! I don't believe it! No, India through, bro! India through! It doesn't matter. Both teams have a minute. Both teams have a minute, but like both teams had a chance to win.
So whack. I mean, New Zealand end up losing Color Hex again. No Blade to come on through, and Finn saves the day. What a two-piece from Finn to secure it for Team New Zealand. In an extremely rough spot, they had something like 16 seconds left to play through on the final contest. 2 ultimates barely. One of them didn't even get to be played.
Oh my god. Like I guess they weren't ult tracking properly. I think they were scared that the other team had an X ult, and so they didn't commit their ults. I would have just said commit it, bro. But I mean, they played it safe and they got the point. That's all that matters, I guess.
Remember, a lot of this defense went wrong because
thanks for Jay the Massive 1,000 bits as well, my friend.
Spawn camp, and that could work out if you hire roll for that and you waste about 2 to 3 minutes. It's really, really good, but you lose Iron Man in the first engage.
Jay, stop being toxic? How's that me being toxic? I'm just saying. I'm just saying my opinions on the game. How's that me being toxic? I can't say my opinion?
India just, sadly, they shot themselves in the foot. That's how they lost most of the time on A and B and had to make most of that recovery happen on C, which nearly did happen, but yeah, at the end of the day, New Zealand saved the day.
Let's also remember New Zealand on their A defense had a pretty disastrous run of things just from JCap getting picked. So if they can have a better run of it this time around, A is where most of the gameplay is going to happen. They need to not have that happen to them twice for one thing, and they need to really set a precedent
here. This is where all the gameplay
here.
is likely to happen. Yeah. And well, getting the attack first, New Zealand defense, and as you mentioned, it was JCap dying before, but remember JCap died quite a while after this. Needs to be careful now. Has a grasp available, so okay for now. One of the issues I had with New Zealand's defense on A was that they...
You would do worse. Yeah, man, you got me. I would do a lot worse. Damn, you got me. What will I ever do? Fuck. I think my career's over, chat. Let's pack it up. Let's go home.
They weren't able to heal up JCap while he was in that immortality field, losing August as well and pushing continually forward is India. I don't think New Zealand are going to get a contest opportunity.
Too many late deaths. Too many late deaths. That's 2 extra they can afford it. Okay, JCap can go down. August
damn, I just followed too. Might as well unfollow, man. GG's, we're done. This is my last stream ever, chat. Oh, now look what you did. Yep, last stream ever. Everything's breaking. No sound in fucking the game now.
To do. It will always be in overtime from here on out. That's the one silver lining for New Zealand. So cap or no cap or J cap doesn't make too big a difference if they can win a fight. And as it happens, they've immediately found ads. They find Iron Man as well. And here we go, looking to collect the last few. Just force India off this point. Finding a cash. No last minute turnaround on this fight from India.
Holy shit! Color Hex!
A point. If you get it and can move just a meter off, you've got somewhere.
Oh my god!
New Zealand is a very clearly defined goal.
Well, you do have to be able to cap a point, though. And that's the difficulty, because...
They did cap, though. They did cap. That was actually really good, though.
For New Zealand at all, they've lost, because 1 minute is not a lot to play through. And for 1 minute, if you can even get an A cap, you've done a lot. You've done most of the legwork there. So the fact that the payload doesn't move further than this is not a bad thing for India. And it's the slow loss on A for New Zealand that haunts them again. Last time, it was just the 1 kill that ended A point for them. This time it was 3, but they're always unanswered.
Wait, is Genji actually good these days? Yeah, Genji's actually really good. We're still waiting for him to get nerfed. They need to nerf Genji. Chat, thoughts?
We saw a little bit of experimentation from India last time on spawn camp. They got to do it again, but this time with the Ram instead of the Rhine. I don't know this is necessarily better, but it does allow them to have a little bit more of a stopgap to say, if we do lose the early spawn camp, we'll come back for a second contest on A. The Ram comp has a little bit more to say in that matchup than a Rhine comp would be. So this is slightly
has anyone ever played in Overwatch 1 when Genji used to have the ledge tech jump? You guys remember what I'm talking about? The OGs would remember. That shit was insane.
I haven't changed any other picks around. I don't think he's actually going to roll out on this Rhine.
No, he's not. I don't think so.
There we go.
Wait, they're spawn camping.
India just
wait, India is spawn camping. Wait a minute.
They're well aware that if they lose a member, if they lose a fight here, could be over for them. They'll have to find a contest further on A, but New Zealand also against the clock on the spawn camp. That's Iron Man picked off. Very nice start from Power with that rail shot, and now India split up. If they had take some trickle deaths here, they could be in a lot of trouble. Pummy goes down. There we go, looking to get a cash now. They will collect both him and Captain
So
Flash.
I don't know. I think that's really good, the spawn camp, because look at the time bank. There's 20 seconds left. They just started pushing the cart. They're going to be able to have another contest.
Pick up just one more pick, one more fight. They do keep the series alive.
Well, New Zealand can win this in the go-to.
Yeah, no, that is good. There is 2 team fights. That is really good. Savage, appreciate the Master Prime sub, my friend.
Everyone died. Iron Man changes over towards the game.
IJ Ronaldo is the best. Yeah, man, sorry, but I don't watch tennis.
Should be at the final ultimates. You'll notice that we're into OT already off the back of one fight, and that's the one good thing about the spawn camp, is it takes all the time for New Zealand to beat.
Just barreling in. Akash is right in the thick of it and taking an absolute beating. Abs loses the immortality field, and they found Akash, and I think that might spell the beginning of the end.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Wait, both teams are trading. Both teams are trading. New Zealand only has the tank. India has a DPS and fucking support. Oh shit!
Cannot get to it.
That was such a close fucking last fight.
Iron Man on his own turns it around for India.
Oh shit, Pummy.
Hi Pummy, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us. How are you feeling after another win on the board?
Yeah, let's go, champ! I'm feeling great.
My free Prime sub will always go to Big
What is he saying?
Jay.
What's he saying?
Unfortunately, cutting out a little bit for us there, so...
Yeah, audio's getting cut a little bit there. Not sure if it's our end or yours.
I liked the look of your answer, though.
Neuer gone? Appreciate the massive 2 months, my friend.
Let's try that again.
Yeah.
Master, appreciate the massive prime.
Yeah, we're feeling good. We had a hard week of practice, so it's nice to be able to see that pay off and, you know, get the win on ping, so...
And I was actually going to mention, I mean, obviously you guys have been boot camping a whole lot. You're all there playing together, which is obviously a big benefit.
That's awesome.
But you have, as you mentioned, that downside of the ping. So how do you guys feel at this point in the tournament? Do you feel like the boot camping has been paying off? Do you feel like you're getting that little bit of differential just from having everyone in the one place, knowing that you've got your harder matches ahead of you still?
Yeah, you know, we signed up for this. We knew we'd be playing on ping, so... It's not an excuse. It's not something to complain about. We're just going to deal with it and play the best we can.
You guys look good so far. A 2-0 start, 4-0 in maps. That last map was probably the one map you nearly came close to losing. I wanted to ask
J3, if India wins, I'll give you 1,000 subs. Chat, who's going to tell them who just won this match?
Interested in the decision making on that, and if you felt like that map maybe went a little too close.
Yeah, you know, I think I was negative for most of the map, but that doesn't really matter because we got the win, right? So, and yeah, we decided to spawn hold. We knew the second composition we had more win condition ults, like the Ram ult and Sojourn ult, and you know, we knew that was a better comp, and they would already have a read on the Rhine stuff. So we kind of pulled that out from deep down under. So I'm glad it worked out, and we were able to clutch that last fight.
I've got a quick question as well for you. Obviously, you've had a solid start.
We watch
the best match
South Korea play. We watched South Korea as our last game today. They're the last ones. Bro, Blizzard is $65 billion, by the way, chat.
We're feeling good going into Thailand. You know, we're really excited to play them, and I think we're the team to beat. So.
Damn,
ego!
Take,
given your performance just now against New Zealand.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations again on your 2-0 so far, and good luck for the rest of your matches. Thanks so much for your time today, Pummy. Oh, look, we get to see the rest of the team. Hi, everyone.
Congratulations.
I love that team. That team is so fucking cool.